The Pool Guy Podcast Show. The Pool Guy Podcast Show. The Pool Guy Podcast Show. Yeah!
Hi, and welcome to the Pool Guy Podcast Show. Today I'm going to be joined by George Bailey of ITS. We're going to go over the photometers that they make for the pool and spa industry. These are digital water test kits, and these are really great kits to get the test factors of your pool or spa. So we're going to unpack some of the kits that they make and go over the details of these particular test kits. Leslie's Pool Supplies is a proud partner of the Pool Guy Podcast Show. Leslie's Pool Supplies has been do-it-yourselfers and pool trade professionals' trusted partner since 1963, providing quality products and services to make pool care easy and solutions and expertise to do it right. And before I start the interview, if you wanted to pull up their websites, you can look at the kits that we're discussing here. If you're on a desktop listening to the podcast or on your phone, you can find their website at sensafe.com. That's sensafe.com. And then if you do /pool-spa, it'll take you right to their kits, or you can just navigate to that from their homepage. You can also go to my website, swimmingpoollearning.com, and on the scrolling banners at the top of my webpage, just click on the exact iDip icon or banner, and then you can review the kits that we're discussing here in this podcast. So I'm joined today by George Bailey. He's the VP of Sales and Marketing at Industrial Test Systems, or ITS. How you doing today, George?
I'm doing well. Thank you, David.
Yeah, so we're here to talk about your testers for the pool and spa industry. And, of course, you make a lot of different photometer testers. And you want to go over the different kits that you make for the pool and spa industry?
Yeah, sure. Industrial Test Systems manufactures test strips, reagents, visual test kits. We have instrumentation, handheld photometers. So we make anything that you really need to test the water, we manufacture. In terms of test strips, you might be familiar with the Pool Check brand test strips. And then in terms of the digital instrumentation, we have the exact iDip photometer, which is a patented device. It's the only one to have two-way communication with a smartphone or tablet, and that's for Android and Apple. Then we have our Pool Exact EZ, which is designed to test pool waters, the 10 most important parameters, which I can go in detail if you want me to. And then we have our Spa Exact EZ, which was designed for spa, so it's calibrated to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and it tests the most important parameters in spas.
Yeah, so if you wanted to just go over, like, for instance, if you're in the pool industry and you're looking for the test kit for everything that you need, between the Exact iDip and the Exact EZ, I've used both of them. What would you recommend, like, for the pool pro sector versus the homeowner sector? What would be the deciding factor of which kit to pick?
Well, it depends on the level of technology that you're looking for. The Pool Exact EZ is one of the more traditional photometers where inside the photometer itself it's programmed with 10 parameters, pH, alkalinity, free chlorine, combined chlorine, also total chlorine, copper, phosphate, cyanuric acid, calcium. I think that's all of them. And you run the test on the meter. You get your digital results. All of our meters use our patented exact strip technology, where it may look like a test strip, but actually what it is, it's a strip with one or several pads on there that hold the reagent so that when you put it into the water sample, it releases it. And so that no matter who's running the test, you have the same amount of reagent going in every time. So you have the ease of use of the strip, but then you have the accuracy of the photometer. So like I said, the Pool EZ is more traditional. Each test stores 20 test results. So that's 20 times the 10 parameters that are on there. And there's no Bluetooth, there's no communication with it, but it's simple and easy. But if you want to use the higher level technology, sort of our flagship, you have the Exact iDip. Now this, the brain of that system, instead of it being programmed into a chip in the meter, it's actually programmed into the app itself. So you download your Android or Apple app for free. The app itself will come installed with 4 tests, so free chlorine, combined chlorine, pH, and alkalinity. And then you can add on over 40 different parameters from there that are available. So you can upgrade your meter. You have a low entry cost, and then instead of spending, say $1,000 like many meters that do 40 parameters, it has a very low cost, and you can just kind of build on it. So each test you add is only $5, and you can completely customize it. So let's say you don't want to run 10 tests, you're only going to run 4, maybe 5 or 6, so you only pay for what you use. But with that, you have time, date, GPS coordinates, unlimited memory. Data can be stored on your device itself, so on your smartphone, or it can go into the cloud. That can be shared with third-party apps. So if you want to if you're looking for specific recommendations, or you have a specific software that you're using, it can integrate with that. It can simply connect through the cloud. And so the nice thing about this also is that it's future-proof. So as we add new features, new functions, because there's many more that I didn't mention, but that can all be done in the app. All you have to do is upgrade or update the app rather, and then you'll have the latest features.
So that's like the top of the line photometer that you make, the iDip, and then the Exact Easy is more of a standard meter. And then I guess we can touch on the strips, because I think that's one of the misleading things, the Exact Microstrips, sorry.
Sure.
One of the misleading things with the kit is when people see it, right away you think using a test strip in the actual photometer, but it's actually, like you said, a specially formulated strip with the reagent on there. If you can just touch on that a little bit for the listeners, so they kind of see the difference between the Exact Microstrip and a traditional test strip.
Yeah, absolutely. So as I said before, they're a reagent delivery device. And so what they're doing is they're adding to the water sample a specific amount of the reagent. So no matter who runs the test, whether it's me or you or anybody else, you always have, in the cell is a fixed 4 milliliter cell. You have the exact amount of reagent going in every single time. You do not have to worry about suspended solids. Other methods where if you have powders or tablets, especially in cooler water situations, they will leave suspended solids floating in the water. And the way the photometer works is you have an LED of a specific wavelength that passes through the water, and then there's a receiver on the other end that measures that change in light as you add reagent. It either forms color or precipitation, and it's measured. So if you have suspended solids floating around, like with the other methods, that can skew the results, where with the Exact strips, everything goes immediately into the solution, which makes it more accurate. And this is one of the reasons why we're able to achieve level 1 accuracy with each one of these meters. All of them have level 1 accuracy for several parameters, and this is based on the NSF certification that you have for the Model Aquatic Health Code.
Yeah, and then along with the photometers, you also have, which I think personally is the best digital tester on the market today. It's the pH Plus, and I really like the accuracy of this thing, and the fact that it just stays calibrated, and the readings are spot on compared to the other digital testers that I've used before. You want to touch on the pH Plus, and also I think it comes also with a kit with the iDip, right? You have a kit with both of them in there.
Yeah, so we have different variations. You can purchase everything a la carte. We have several pre-configured kits. You can get the iDip by itself. You can get the pH Plus, and I'll touch on that first, and then I'll kind of go back into the kits. So the pH Plus, it's uses electrochemistry. So there's 2 probes that you can use with it. It comes, depends on which options you pick. The first multi-probe is going to test for pH, temperature, conductivity, salinity, and TDS. And then the optional probe will allow you to do ORP and temperature as well. And and we have a kit called the Master Kit that basically has all that included. And then, so that meter, by the way, it has Bluetooth connectivity. So it does connect directly to the Exact iDip app, which is what our Exact iDip photometer will work with. And any of our Bluetooth meters, we have several, they can all connect into this app that's designed for multiple applications. And then so the pH Plus will send its results to the app, and then by doing so, you maintain that time, date, GPS coordinates. If you have customers or if you're a professional, you can tie in customers. If you have different sites or different locations, all that can be gathered up. Pictures of the water, all that can be included. And with the pH Plus, it has a very high quality probe. And in our internal study, we found that if you're testing pool water or drinking water, that the calibrations will actually hold for over a month's worth of testing. This is just done from our internal study, so make sure it's done that. So, but the point is, it's a very high quality unit with the Bluetooth functionality, and when you bring the two together within the app, it can automatically calculate LSI, or Langular Saturation Index, with the inputs from both meters.
Yeah, and that's an important aspect, I think, because the LSI is one of the things that's pretty widely ignored in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the fact that this actually calculates it for you, because the pH Plus does the temperature, it does the all the elements that are necessary, the TDS, and of course pH, and then the iDip does the other parameters, and all these are important for the LSI index. And I really like the fact that the app calculates it for you, so it takes, it has all the factors necessary to actually get the true LSI, right?
That's true, yeah.
And
So basically what you would do is you're running your tests with the iDip, so that's going to be your alkalinity, your calcium. Then with the pH Plus, you're also cyanuric acid, excuse me. You have the pH Plus, you're going to have the pH, you're going to have the TDS, and all that. And then you can also run tests for borates. Now, we don't have that with the iDip yet. It's coming soon. But soon that will even be, because I know some folks are using borates, and so there's calculation factors that you need for borates, and soon it will have that function as well.
Huh. That's interesting. And then I guess it leads me into the question I get asked a lot is, why would you need such exact readings for your pool and spa water? Isn't getting a ballpark reading enough to balance your pool?
Well, you have to remember that all test kits have plus or minus. So the more accurate your test kit, the better your resolution, or the smaller your plus minus. And then they're dynamic systems, so they're constantly under influence from sunlight, carbon dioxide, drainage, bathers. All these things can affect the water. So the better you can dial in that water, the less chance you have of people getting sick from illnesses. You're ensuring that the sanitizers are going to function properly by maintaining a tight pH. Chlorine needs to be very tight. Cyanuric acid's a very common one, because it's most test kits, it's very subjective. So you can have these very wide range, and if cyanuric acid's too high, then it's you'll have chlorine lock, and you basically can have unsafe water. So yeah, most definitely the more accurate your test kit, the more safe the water will be, the more aesthetically appealing it's going to be in terms of just the smell, the taste. You're going to keep the combined chlorine levels lower by being able to dial that in, and that's an important function too, because with a photometer, we're able to dial this into very small increments, so it can also save you money because you won't be shocking the pools unnecessarily. Yeah, most certainly you want to have the most accurate instrument possible. As an example, if you look at NSF certification, if you have a level 3 for pH, you can have a 0.5 plus or minus a 0.5, and that's on a certified device. So imagine devices that aren't even certified that are out there that have greater than, let's say, a 0.5, or depending what the parameter is. So we always recommend looking at certified devices. Level 1 is the most accurate, level 3 is the least accurate.
And then when you're comparing the photometer to a reagent test kit, what would be, and you touched on a little bit with the accuracy, but some of the major differences between a photometer and the traditional reagent, and then also the test strips. Accuracy is pretty much the main thing that we're looking at here, right?
Correct, and resolution. So you'll be able to see much smaller increments with a photometer. Even in the Model Aquatic Health Code, it specifically says that photometers are the most accurate way to test your water. And in the past, they haven't been accessible. They've been too expensive, thousands of dollars. But now, with the introduction of some of these test kits that we have, it's much more affordable, than it was previously. But with photometers, you can have, like we say, level 1, which means much smaller deviation from the actual values than test strips or reagent kits. And something else to think about is that with those test kits, they're subjective, so they can be affected by a lot of different factors. It could be light, it could be the person's vision. Men, we tend to be have a higher percentage of color blindness, and sometimes we don't even know it. And so, and then the increments you'll see, like in a test strip, you could be going from, let's say 100 ppm up to the next increment might be 250. So you could have anything in that range, with a comparator test or with a test strip.
For myself, I just like the fact that it gives you that digital readout, because one of the main things that people ask me all the time when they email me or post a question is, I can't I can't tell if the pH is 7.4 or 7.8 when I'm looking at the color of the reagent. And for me, I just think it's much easier just to have it. I mean, we're in a modern era. Everything is digital. Why not have a pool test kit that tells you exactly what the readings are?
Yeah, and I would say that is the number one complaint we hear about the visual tests, is having to match the colors. Because is it purple? Is it pink? Is it the same color? This color doesn't even match what's on here. How do I match this? So yeah, that is the number one complaint we have with the visual test kits.
Mm-hmm. And then we touched on your test kits earlier, but again, let's go over the model. Let's say that you're a do-it-yourself homeowner and you really want something that's going to give you an accurate reading for your pool because you really care about your investment. I mean, you put a $50,000, or a $100,000 pool back there, and you really care about it. You want to make sure that it's balanced. What kit would you recommend to someone like that? And then we'll touch on the pool pro with commercial accounts versus a guy that's just doing residential pools. Just give me your recommendations one more time for those kind of categories.
Yeah, so if we look at the retail prices, and I mean, this is going to vary from the sellers and where you pick these things up. But if you look at the retail, our models will go anywhere from $200, and you go all the way up to $600 for what we call the pool professional kit. And this is going to include the exact iDip and the Pool EZ all in one kit. So you'll have the ability to, like we say, do the LSI. Everything we've talked about with both meters, you'll be able to do in one kit. And it comes in the hard shell carrying case with a foam liner, and then all the reagents you need to run 25 each test, and then buffer solutions that you'll use for pH on the pH plus. That is our most popular for the professionals. We've actually won awards when we're doing trade shows. At recent trade shows, the IPSPE, the Atlantic City show, and other shows. Recently received another award from one of the publications for it as being the most innovative product for pool and spa service. So that's the top level. And then, if you want to just buy the meters by itself, you can always get the Pool EZ or the iDip. They come in a little individual pack that has enough of each test to run 6 of each of these little foil packed reagents. And then you can add on a case later, or you can buy more reagents later. It depends on kind of what you're looking to do.
Yeah, and so I think you just misspoke when you talked about the iDip. You said it came with the exact EZ, but the iDip comes with the pH plus.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I think that would be the premier kit for any pool guy or pool pro, because you can add on different test factors when you need it. It does the metals that are most common, copper and iron, in the pool you find in the pool water. Plus, it does all the odd ones that you wouldn't think about, because it does like over 40 different parameters, right?
If you install all of them, yes.
Yeah.
So it comes with a 4, and then when you order the pre-configured kits, a pool kit or one of the other configurations, there's actually a code that comes with it. So in the app, you can just you scan the QR code, and it'll automatically unlock the software for it. So it all comes with one single price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the kit's probably a better value because then you can unlock all of the test factors with that
Yes,
code.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. And
So
so,
and then you can add on to it. So after you get the kit, if you let's say you want to test for copper or nitrates or one of the other parameters that we have, or maybe you want to test your pond, your aquarium or your drinking water. This meter is actually used for all those applications. Home brewing, we actually have a kit called the Smart Brew kit using the iDip and the pH Plus that home brewers will use to dial in their makeup water before they make their beer.
that's interesting.
Yeah, so an extra plug there for you.
Yeah, there you go. I guess I'll start a brewery here so they have
Yeah,
the kit,
hey,
Uh,
now's the time, right? If you're
yeah,
stuck
since
at
I'm
home.
not going anywhere, I might as well
Yeah,
just make my
yeah.
own.
That business actually has jumped up quite a bit.
Yeah.
But going back to what I was saying, so the Exact iDip Pool Professional Kit, it was the winner of the 2019 Best New Product at the IPSPE International Pool Spa Patio Expo, and with Aquatics International is actually won the MVP award as well this year for 2020.
Mm-hmm. And then so the homeowner and some pool pros may like just the Exact Easy where it's pre-programmed with the 10 parameters. I kind of like that for quick readings. You don't have to worry about having your device with you in the app.
That's right.
And so I think that's a really good one. But as far as the technology between the iDip and the Exact Easy, both of them have the same photometer and they're the same technology. Just the iDip is more advanced, right, as far as features.
Yeah, in terms of the hardware, so everything's the same. They both run in 4 AAA batteries. They have the same permanent built-in cell, so you don't have to worry about replacing or losing cells. I know other manufacturers have very expensive cells that you have to replace, and they're breakable. This is built in, so we're the first to ever do it. They're completely waterproof. They have the exact same what we call algorithms, so the same software for each test is the same between the units. The main difference is that the Pool Easy, the Spa Easy, it's programmed into the chip, and then you can't make any changes to it. It's not something that you can update, but they all have the same certification with NSF that we have. They use the same reagents. Like I said, the main difference is sort of the iDip gives you the Bluetooth capabilities and all the functions with the app, and the Pool Easy and the Spa Easy. If you have difficulties using a remote control, you might want to go with the Pool Easy or a Spa Easy. It's much less functions to be concerned with, but certainly if you want all the bells and whistles, the iDip's the way to go.
Yeah, and then the warranty on the product is the typical 1 year.
No, we actually have a 2-year warranty on the iDip, on the Pool Easy, the Spa Easy, and even on the pH Plus. The probes have a separate warranty. Those come with a 90-day warranty on the probes, which even then that's typically most manufacturers only offer 30 days. So having a 2-year warranty, that's against all manufacturers' defects. But we have a special part of built-in warranty that we want our users to continue enjoying iDip, but it is a piece of equipment. Things happen. Even if you were to say use it as a hammer, that's not covered by the warranty. Or if something happened to it outside of the warranty period, we have a low cost. Don't quote me on this. I have to look it up, but I want to say it's a $75 replacement for the iDip and the Pool Easy outside of the warranty, or if it's damage caused by something that's not covered by the warranty.
Yeah, that's really good. That's good for clarifying that. And I think the warranty period is extremely important for consumers and for the pool pros because I don't like getting stuff that breaks when it's out of warranty, and then of course your extra out of warranty protection is a great feature too.
Yeah.
So if someone's looking for these kits, what would be the easiest way for them to go and find a particular kit that matches their needs?
Well, right now we have different retailers that are offering these kits and different distributors. It's also available on Amazon. We are a Prime vendor, so you can get Prime shipment of each one of these units and all the reagents.
Okay, and if they wanted just to scan all the details, they would go to the parent website and they can find out about.
Yeah, we also have our website has all the details. We do have e-commerce platforms, so everything is also available on our website. We are the manufacturer, so lead times are a little bit longer when you buy direct, but you are getting something straight off the shelf from in the factory. So there is an advantage to that. And then on there, you also find all the videos. We have our own YouTube page. So we have instructional videos for all of the tests within the iDip. And we're adding new videos. We have a handful for the Pool AZ, and we're in the process of adding more. You can also find all the specifications for each test online. You can download the manual. All that's available on our website.
Yeah, and I'm going to say too that I think that your test kits are very underrated in the industry. I think because they look a little different than your traditional test kit, obviously. But I think once someone gives it a try, I have several members of my group that actually one of them told me about your products about 3 or 4 years ago and led me to try one. But once you get it, you love it, and it's really fast. It may seem slow when you look at the product, but you can do all the basic parameters in less than 2 minutes with this kit once you get the hang of it. So I think it's really underrated, and your kit's underrated in the industry for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we have a long list of users. We don't have necessarily some of the main distribution channels, so the little bit less visibility. But year after year, we're winning awards at all of the trade shows, and so like I said, the awards I mentioned to you, they're nothing new. We were actually the first to ever have NSF certification in the industry. So we're we go by innovators of water quality testing, and that's what we do. We develop innovative products, and we tend to see a lot of our competitors will follow or try to mimic what we do. You talk about the case being a little bit different. One of the things, the reason why you see a lot of the cases that are out there designed the way they are is because they have liquid reagents. So you have to keep the reagents standing up, or they'll spill if you don't have the caps on. And that's one of the advantages that we have is we don't have a case full of liquids floating around that you have to worry about making a mess or getting everywhere.
Yes, I would probably call you the Tesla of the water testing industry, right?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's just a great kit. So
Good.
thank you for going over the kits with me. Appreciate your time.
You take care. Have a good week.
Okay. Again, to learn more about the industrial test systems and their photometers, you can go to their website at sensafe.com, and you can see the different models that they carry, both for the pool pro and for the homeowner. If you're looking for more resources for your pool care, definitely check out my website, swimmingpoollearning.com. I also have a webpage dedicated to the ITS exact iDip tester, and there's also a discount code available on my website, swimmingpoollearning.com, if you wanted to purchase that kit. And if you're in the service industry or just getting started in the business, definitely check out my coaching program at poolguycoaching.com. A lot of great benefits there, including the ability to text me and call me in real time. Again, you can learn about all the benefits at poolguycoaching.com. Thanks for listening to this podcast. Have a great rest of your week, and God bless. Leslie's Pool Supplies has been do-it-yourselfers and pool trade professionals' trusted partner since 1963, providing quality products and services to make pool care easy and solutions and expertise to do it right.